everybody. I'm Walker. This is Evan. This is Andy. We're Trekyeah. We're out here right now from our new Airbnb. It is way out of Saigon. It's about an hour and a half, roughly, on a motorbike. A very bumpy ride at the end. And yeah, it's just more rural.
And Certainly. It's not really an Airbnb.
Yeah, it's like a resort, I guess. The listing was pretty misleading, but it worked out. It's nice. We're eating our free breakfast right now. This is our earliest trek-in yet. If you reference Walker's and my hair, you can see that.
Yeah, it was a fun week, though. A lot of stuff happened. Like the fact that we moved. So we're in a new building now. Ooh, maybe we should save these for later in the future. I'm losing my mind, guys.
Well, first we can talk about, it's on our way out here. And we're by the way, we got an Uber, and Walker took his bike, but we took an Uber all the way from Bintan to here.
For the luggage.
Yeah, and it was
come on,
extremely cheap.
Yes.
I mean, it was like $11 for an hour and a half, which Andy still hasn't paid me for, so I'll be looking for that payment soon. Anyway, we're on our way out here, and
it's hacked, dude.
We had this. Andy and I talked about it when we got here, that we both had this moment of this twang of anxiety as we're like looking all around us, and the road's getting worse, and it's all muddy, and it's bumpy and really debilitated, and you look around and there's an excavator passing us on one way, and a steamroller literally passing us and like going kind of like off the road.
Passing us.
And so we were like, oh gosh, what are we getting ourselves into?
And then it's just like, as far as the eye could see, it was just stalls of these ladies smacking like flies that were swarming around their stalls of just raw meat stuffs. Just as far as you could see, it's like, man, what have we done?
Yeah. So they got there maybe like an hour before me. What do you think?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. And so I'm riding back on my moped. I was a little bit behind, and I was talking to them, and they're like, I can hear in their voice that it's going to be okay, and it's actually pretty nice. And so I'm just driving through this countryside, really enjoying it. It was quite something.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thrilling story.
Wow, thanks for that.
But yeah, it's like a resort. We get free breakfast every morning. Our laundry is done. There's like a pool here. It's really, really very nice.
We'll show you around.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, we'll do a tour at the end of the video.
And
So stay tuned.
also, when we first got here, she was like, yeah, we have a couple mopeds. You guys can use them. We have like 3 mopeds. Like, just, use them. And I was like, excuse me? So that was dope. And that's when I drove my first moped. Which also another thing I was thinking about is like, in the U.S., if you go to like a resort and you're going to use some of their equipment, whatever, it's like get assigned XYZ documents saying that like if you crash this, like you pay for it, you'll like
save it.
We're not liable, etc., etc. It was just here, it's like, oh yeah, you're good, dude. Like, here's the keys, man. No, like, have you driven one of these before?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that was interesting, but it was really fun, and yeah, I definitely did it.
Evan hit a 3-year-old child yesterday on this moped.
Yeah, I didn't do that. That's a lie.
It
Well,
was a
yesterday, me and
joke, not a
Walker
lie.
went on a run for food.
Yeah.
Evan had like a time constraint that he had to get something uploaded by, so he didn't go with us. So we're gonna bring him back food. And me and Walker we were gone for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, just driving around, just floundering through this part of town, man.
We got the directions to this like supermarket, and
It was just a warehouse.
We went out
empty
there.
warehouse.
Yeah, it was a warehouse district with a bunch of speed bumps. And
Yeah.
we're like parked looking for directions, looking for this other way, and we pull into this this driveway with a gate that's like kind of open, and there's 2 dogs like in there guarding it, and they start barking at us and running at us, and we're like, oh, and we take off driving. A bunch of locals saw us on their mopeds, and we're
just
laughing,
cracking up at us. I bet it looks so funny for them. Yeah, we got laughed at a lot that trip, actually.
Yeah, we did.
We also stopped to get like some snacks to bring back to this place, and so we walk into this place. We walk into one convenience store, and for whatever reason, we get shooed out of there. I don't know. They didn't. I don't know why, but they.
Yeah, she just said no. We even like took our shoes completely off, which was
because it was so
overkill.
we're in this like gravelly road. It was so like dirty and stuff, and it was like nice in there. And she didn't have her shoes on. We didn't know what we were doing, obviously, and so we went into like this little place, this like very dark grocery store. I don't know.
They had goods.
They had wares, if you will. And we went in there, and we got like 150,000 dong worth of chocolates, and that's it. And Walker pet this cute little cat.
Yeah,
but
it was a really
as
cute
like
cat.
we're in the middle of nowhere, at this tiny little place, I'm just holding like this massive bag of just chocolates, which I ate my whole thing last night, by the way.
Gross. I saw that.
Across the street, there's this group of like 6 people just absolutely cracking up, laughing at us.
I think
just like
they were laughing at the height difference.
Is that what
like,
they were laughing at, you think?
It looked like they were like trying to sign like, you're so tall.
okay.
And handsome.
Not laughing at the chocolates.
Yeah, so they were laughing at us for whatever reason there. And then we went and got banh mi's to bring back to Evan, because it's a pretty portable food.
Yeah.
And we're like, can we get 9 banh mi's? And then they just bring us the bread. It's like a sandwich, but they just brought us the bread because it's interchangeable or something.
Yeah, the word is, I think. But we're like, no, we want the sandwich because we're going to eat it.
Yeah, and then they thought that was just hilarious.
Just
getting
2 guys
9
getting
banh
9
mi's at
banh
once.
mi's.
They thought it was so funny. And this guy was doing some sweet smoke tricks
Yeah,
where he would
this
like
guy-
put the whole cigarette in his mouth.
That's gross.
Yeah, he would like hold it on his tongue. It was disgusting, but fascinating. He's like looking at us like, you'd take the cigarette, put it on his tongue, and like puff it a couple times, and like put it back out, and like, yeah, huh?
Yeah.
Really creepy. We'll try to get a picture if he's there again next time.
Yeah. So yeah, in that hour and a half, we got laughed at so much.
And also, we went out to eat the past 2 nights, and we got laughed at plenty there as well.
Oh yeah, yeah, we did.
Yeah. The first place we went into, I mean, like, so we talked about how, like, you know, being white in Ho Chi Minh, like, you stick out a little bit more and you get more attention. But, like, when you're here, you know, for a little further out, it's much more rare that they see white people. So, like, you're that much more big of a deal. So when we walk into a place, like, the tension's just palpable.
Yeah.
Man. Like, you can cut through it. And so
It's
we
not
walk-
really tension. It's just attention.
Yeah, attention, yeah.
Yeah.
And anyway, we're in here, and there's just people standing all around us, and we don't know who the server is. Like Walker's ordering. Walker's ordering from some lady who sells lottery tickets on the side of the street.
There's so many people around us, like, you can't blame them.
She had her hands behind her back, so I couldn't see she was holding tickets, and she's like standing there listening. And so I'm like,
Watch him walk over and
look like-
ordering.
And she repeats it to the waitress. Bo look like.
Because these people will come into like restaurants or places with lottery tickets, and they just like buy them in bulk and then try and peddle them out to people. And so she was really going for the long sale there.
She was.
Yeah. Yeah, she was.
Man, that was so funny. And then last night we went to another kind of place, and it was the same sort of stuff where
I think
it was
it was
just
a
like
goat
we walked
restaurant.
in and people were just like staring at us, you know, and
Yeah.
like all the waiters and waitresses were just cracking up at us, like trying to order.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's fun.
It's fun. You went to a movie again. I don't know.
Yeah, I never did the sweet class thing. It was booked. So we did gold class, which was just like massive recliners. Which I don't know, in the States, I bet they probably have this stuff. I've
Yeah.
never seen it.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah,
just
not
like a
in
movie
Iowa.
theater. There's only 10 people in there. you get like ushered in, and like this guy like sits you down and like puts a blanket on you and like asks you if you want
Lotion?
coffee or tea or lotion. Yeah, so I don't know, that was cool. No sweet class though, probably for the better. This was pretty dirty.
You guys left something behind.
Yeah.
What was that?
Mine, Rachel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Just being rambling men. It happens. All right, next topic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
A little touchy, huh?
As I sniffle.
Okay, well, we'll move on to the next one then.
We left our girls in the city is what Walker was trying to get at.
Yeah.
They did. The only thing I left behind was Benihana. No one
A great joke.
No one understands that.
A great joke, though, nonetheless.
Okay, there's more nature out here. Obviously, and also when we're rolling up and we're trying to find this place, we're like coming in on this like little like tiny dirt road, and we look to our right, and it's just like somewhat of a rice paddy looking thing with just free range water chickens.
Yeah, it was all over that thing.
Yeah. Anyway, I mean, like, there's more nature out here, and when we learned the hard way the first night is that when it's nighttime, you turn your lights off, because if you don't turn your lights off,
The bugs are going to come into your room and be very numerous.
Or at least you gotta, like, if you have your lights on, you gotta have all your blinds closed so they don't see it that much.
Yeah.
Like last night I had my lights on, my blinds closed, it was fine.
Yeah.
But I also now have towels on like the windowsills and stuff.
Yeah,
like
plug
barricading.
plug their entrance, because
Yeah.
our first time we didn't know that, and our rooms were full of bugs.
Yeah, but they're also full of other things. Like there's geckos in there, which helps because the geckos will eat the bugs. And I think that there's a baby bird in my drop ceiling.
Oh, in that part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I can hear it, and there's like a...
Is that what that noise is?
It's got to be like a smoke
Do I
detector
have
or
one?
something, guys.
I don't know.
It's got to be a smoke
Mine
detector or something.
it sounds like a bird, and it's been going on. And there's like a little drop of bird poop on my wall.
Okay, that's
So
a
I think,
telltale
yeah,
sign.
I think there's likely actually a bird there. Subscribe.
He was talking about mentioned the geckos. One story I forgot to tell you guys about when we were living at our place in Ho Chi Minh. So we were living with a girl, her name was Ava, and she lived in the room next to me. And one night I'm sitting there, and if you guys remember, my room is very sweaty and hot, so I'm just sitting in my room naked, doors wide open, you know, just like doing whatever. And she's like, Evan, I'm like, I'm naked, like, hold up, what do you need? And so I got dressed,
Really bad.
and then she's like, I need your help. I'm like, what do you... She's like, there's a gecko in my room. And I was like, what? And so I went in there, and yeah, there's a gecko on the wall, and I just thought it was kind of funny because you look at the parallel of, like, in the U.S., you know, it's like, there's a spider in my room, you know?
Yeah.
Like, come kill the spider. No, it's come get the gecko out of my room. So anyway, I mean, you really can't smash a gecko. I think they'd be kind of a mess. Also, they're pretty quick little buggers.
Yeah, they are.
You just squish it?
I wouldn't want to squish a gecko. I don't think it would feel very
They're
comfortable.
too sentient to kill.
Yeah, dude. So anyway, I just kind of like shoot him out of there and use like a hat to like angle him out. But yeah, so that happened.
So we're here re-upping on the Trek-in because after we finished the first edition, our landlord, Dom, came home from France. And he was like, hey, what's up, guys? And we met him. He's a good guy. Runs a bar over in France ways. And so anyways, we went around and met this guy from the U.S. who manages an industrial park here. And we...
Yeah, so
I think you're doing a poor job of this. Like, wait.
I was mostly
You
focusing-
jumped a big bridge there, bud.
Mostly focusing on crossing my legs like Andy.
Okay, so here what happened was we meet Dom, and Dom's got a lot of energy. But he's a good guy, and he sits down. He's giving us gin and juice with
Rum.
our rum and
It was
juice for our
rum.
breakfast.
It's 9 a.m.
9 a.m. And anyway, he's talking to us, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you have to meet my friend. He's from San Diego. He lives nearby." And we're like, okay, sure. And so then we hear him call his friend. He's like, hey, I have some friends from America here. And we're like, wait, we're friends already? Like, holy. And he's like, got some friends from America here. Like, coming to lunch with us. We'll stop by your office. What time? Like now or in the afternoon? And it's like things are moving so quickly. It's so weird for us. And anyway, he's like, sets up a meeting for 11. So we go out to this guy's office. He's like the director of an industrial park.
Yeah.
And
like I said.
And yeah, he's the director of an industrial park, and we talked to him. And I'll let these guys talk about some of the stuff, or I'll let Andy talk about some of the stuff that we had in our conversation.
Wow, we're doing good all around. So let's see if I can bring it back up to par here. So I'll just fast forward massively real quick as kind of we drank quite a bit with Dom. Anyways, so back now to the conversation in the industrial park. Yeah, it was like nice. He was from San Diego. It was nice to like talk to an American and get like an American who's lived here for like 4 years or so. 8 years or so.
Yeah.
And because like Evan brought up the point, like we thought the same things were weird because like we're from the same background and going to this other like place. And it was so funny, like when he was talking about business there, and he's like, everyone in this company is trying to embezzle constantly from me. It's like I trust no one except for my secretary. And so like it was just so weird learning about like Vietnamese business culture, and apparently it's just like you're always just embezzling out of your company, like to get contracts. Your contractor's like, yep, how much do you want? So then they push your contract through, etc.
To describe that a little better, what happens is it's when you're calling an outside business to get work done, they will ask the person who's making the call, so like the middleman, they ask this guy's like assistant, okay, it'll be this much, and how much do you want? Okay, we'll just put that on the top, so then they send the bill to the place, and the person scoops it off the top. Did that do a good job for him?
I don't know, I guess we'll find out.
Subscribe, thumbs up.
Anyways, there's a lot of embezzlement going on within the company, and so he's talking about, it's like, yeah, like Vietnamese, like in business, like you can't trust them, you can't trust anyone, like, oh my, like they're all liars, like can't trust them, but I love the people are so great, such great people, can't trust any of them. Like, dude, it was such a contradiction what he was saying. I was really struggling not to just laugh so hard at him. He was a great guy though.
Yeah, a really good guy.
And we'll get to hang out with him.
But I can't trust him.
Can't trust him. We'll hang out with him again on Wednesday, so
we'll
be sure to tell you more about that. And then after that, we went to lunch with Dom, the landlord here of this place, and his wife and his daughter, who's 10 years old. And so we just had a nice lunch with them.
They paid for it.
But I guess to update it, so in our last trek-in, we talked about how
we had a big old bottle of wine, a bunch of booze.
Oh yeah, we did.
A lot of food. It was really good.
But in our last trek-in, we talked about how like we might be living with a French couple, and that's all we really knew. Well, now we understand that Dominique, our landlord, he owns a bar in France, like near Belgium. I don't know, it's like northeast. He said the town a couple times, but I forget.
Yeah, and a property as well there that he rents out.
Yeah, and he also, he came here like 8 years ago and 12 years ago and met his now wife. And that's kind of his tie here, and then he built this nice place, and I think he tries to offset costs with sort of this like resorty thing.
It's interesting because he said he was gonna build a supermarket. He was looking into buying land,
and that's how he met the guy, the director of the industrial park,
instead of this place. And so that would have been really helpful for us yesterday because we spent an hour and a half looking for a supermarket.
We'll see you on the campus.
Here we are out at the main. This is the access road that leads to our place. Beautiful.
We're not sure if it's pronounced Kaju, or Kajou, but
it's Caillou, dude.
Evan watched Caillou as a kid, so he doesn't really know things.
As we diss him. So yeah, this is our neighborhood.
This is our high security wall for when the zombie apocalypse happens. You can throw up a gate here and be fairly protected. That's the main reason we selected the Kaiju Resort.
It's got these bars.
You see?
They're electrics.
And we plan to build the wall higher. Much like we improved our last Airbnb.
Yeah, so here is the main building of the main campus, if you will, of our villa in the woods.
In the woods. Now, this house up here is actually, it's Dom's house, where he lives, his wife, and his child, his daughter, if you will.
Call it the big house.
We call it the big house.
Is this a Ty Lopez ad?
Yeah. So here's the home. Hi, Tweet. We have breakfast here. And the kitchen's in there.
Cactuses.
Impotent, really.
This is our favorite pool of the place.
If you tune into our private channel, TrekYeah After Dark, you'll see more pool footage.
And so, as we said,
Drop your link in
that
the
place
bio.
the place right there, that's Dom's place. Now, there's also a tower here, which we've been trying to figure out because we figure they probably, I mean, there's got to be some negative thing about this place. We assume it's medical experiments in the tower. We were told this morning that it's about water. It's a big water tank, but I don't believe it. Not yet. So, we're going to be checking for scars on each other's backs for the next couple of days.
So there's 6 buildings. 1, 2, and 3.
You're doing great.
Each with 2 rooms in them. So 6 rooms total. Yeah, so here's
Thai girl is moving in.
here's my room here. There's gonna be I think she's a Thai fitness model is moving right here.
Luckily now the face of the company is in the video. I have room 6, Evan has room 5.
But now this is the pad.
So here is the pad.
This is where most of the guy stuff happens.
Yeah.
Between the better friends.
Yeah, between the best 2 friends. And then if you get our view here, you can turn around.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
And then as you show it a little bit better, as I should be the cameraman still.
Yeah, so there's some clouds and shit. Yeah, there's some clouds and trees and shit.
Hey, YouTube, hop into my room. Dude, got my skivvies.
Oh, you unpacked.
Yeah.
So this is the room.
This is
Custom TV.
Look at my bathroom. It's
Yeah, we should
massive. By the way, all of our rooms are exactly the same.
Yeah. So we got a cool
Dude, I love that shower. That shower rules.
The overhead. Pop it. Rain, baby! Hard to see.
Well, it's water.
You get the picture?
Okay, YouTube. So yeah, that's the rooms, that's the place.
I think Evan wants us to show his room.
Nope.
This was
Terrible.
better in theory